Pennsylvania, a state home to an underground fire that's burned for 60 years. A town with more ghosts per square mile than anywhere in America. A community that bought a dead Olympian's body, and a ground dog that's supposedly 135 years old. These are just some of the bizarre realities we're sharing with you today as we count down the top 15 strangest and most bizarre small-town stories in PA, with the top 3 being the most bizarre. Number 15. Eaglesmere. Starting our list at number 15 is Eaglesmere, a charming village tucked away in the Endless Mountains region with a population of just under 3,000. But what makes this tiny town extraordinary is its century-old winter tradition. Since 1904, residents have created a natural ice toboggan slide by flooding the lake road in winter. When temperatures drop below freezing, volunteers cut massive blocks of ice from the lake and use them to build a nearly mile-long natural ice slide. Riders can reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour as they zip down this icy wonder. The tradition only happens when the ice on the lake reaches at least 8 inches thick, making it a rare and celebrated event that draws visitors from across the country when conditions are just right. Number 14. Smethport. Smethport is a borough of about 1,500 people in McKean County. This unassuming town changed the face of children's toys forever when in the 1950s, local inventors James Hershey and Donald Smith created the iconic Woolly Willy magnetic toy. You probably remember this addictive toy, a plastic card with iron filings that you could manipulate with a magnetic wand to give Willy hair, beards, and a mustache. What started in a small factory in Smethport went on to sell more than 75 million copies worldwide. The toy is still manufactured today, essentially unchanged from its original design. The town even celebrates its famous invention with displays at the local courthouse and old jail museum. Who knew such a simple idea from a small Pennsylvania town would become one of the most recognizable toys of the 20th century? Number 13. New Hope. Lucky number 13 on our list is a riverside town of around 2,500 people in Bucks County. Beyond its picturesque views and artsy vibe lies a darker claim to fame. Local legend says New Hope has the highest concentration of ghosts per square mile in America. At least a dozen documented haunted buildings dot this small town, including the Logan Inn, where Room 6 is said to be haunted by the mother of a former owner. The phantom scent of her lavender perfume reportedly wafts through the room without explanation. The Perry Mansion, built in 1784, supposedly houses several spirits from different eras. New Hope's ghost tours are among the most popular attractions, with visitors regularly reporting unexplained cold spots, strange sounds, and even apparition sightings. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the town's haunted history adds an intriguing layer to its already considerable charm. Number 12. Kane. Coming in at number 12 is Kane, known as the black cherry capital of the world. With around 3,500 residents, this town in the Allegheny National Forest region has built its reputation on the high-quality black cherry timber that grows abundantly in the surrounding forests. But beyond its lumber fame, Kane holds an unusual claim to fame. A window at the local hardware store was supposedly designed by Thomas Edison himself. According to local history, Edison was friends with the town's founder, General Thomas L. Kane, and contributed the unique window design during a visit. While historians debate the extent of Edison's involvement, the town celebrates this connection to the famous inventor. Kane is also home to the C.J. Spirits Distillery, which uses local black cherry wood in the aging process of their whiskey, creating a truly regional flavor you can't find anywhere else. Number 11. Kecksburg. At the halfway point of our countdown, we reach Kecksburg, a tiny community of fewer than 1,000 residents in Westmoreland County. This unassuming hamlet earned the nickname Pennsylvania's Roswell after the famous Kecksburg UFO incident of December 9, 1965. On that winter evening, thousands of people across 6 states and Canada reported seeing a fireball streaking across the sky. Many witnesses in Kecksburg claimed an acorn-shaped object roughly the size of a Volkswagen Beetle crashed into the nearby woods. According to local accounts, military personnel quickly cordoned off the area, and removed a large object on a truck. The official explanation was a meteor, but inconsistencies in the reports have fueled speculation for decades. The town has embraced its extraterrestrial connection, erecting a full-size replica of the alleged UFO in the middle of town and hosting an annual UFO festival. Whether it was a Soviet satellite, a meteor, or something more mysterious, Kecksburg's cosmic mystery has cemented its place in UFO folklore. Number 10. New Alexandria. Securing the number 10 spot is a borough of about 500 people in Westmoreland County with a surprisingly criminal connection. The town's Dillinger's Pizza Shop has a backstory that sounds straight out of a mob movie. According to local stories, the previous owner of the building was related to notorious bank robber John Dillinger and reportedly hid stolen money in the walls of what is now the pizza shop. While historians question the direct Dillinger family connection, what's undisputed is that money was indeed found in the walls during renovations years ago. The current owners have embraced this colorful history, naming their establishment after the infamous gangster and decorating with 1930s crime memorabilia. While enjoying their popular square-cut pizza, customers can enjoy the ambience of Prohibition-era outlaw culture in this tiny Pennsylvania town. Number 9. Mars. Mars is a borough of about 1,700 residents in Butler County. This celestial-named community has fully embraced its otherworldly identity in the most delightful ways. The town center features a flying saucer and a statue of a Martian, making it a perfect photo opportunity for visitors. But Mars takes its planetary namesake seriously. The town actually celebrates Mars New Year, which happens every 687 Earth days to match the Martian calendar. During these celebrations, NASA scientists often give presentations and space-themed activities take over the town. In 2019, Mars received special recognition when NASA chose it as the location to broadcast the first public message sent from the actual planet Mars, transmitted from the Curiosity rover. Talk about an interplanetary connection. The town's water tower, painted to look like the red planet, completes the cosmic aesthetic of this truly unique Pennsylvania community. Number 8. Jim Thorpe. Entering position number 8 is Jim Thorpe, a town of around 4,600 nestled in the Lehigh Gorge. While its Victorian architecture and mountain setting have earned it the nickname Switzerland of America, the story behind the town's name is what truly sets it apart. Originally called Mauch-Chunk, this coal mining town made an unusual deal in 1954, when legendary Olympic athlete Jim Thorpe, considered by many to be the greatest athlete of the 20th century, died. His third wife was angry that his home state of Oklahoma wouldn't build a memorial. She struck a deal with Mauch-Chunk, which was looking to reinvent itself as tourism replaced coal mining. If they renamed their town after her husband and built a memorial, she'd send them Jim Thorpe's body. The town agreed, changing its name and creating a monument where Thorpe's remains were interred for decades. The story took another turn in 2022 when, after years of legal battles with Thorpe's sons, his remains were returned to native lands in Oklahoma, but the town kept the name. It's possibly the only town in America named through such an unusual exchange. Number 7. Intercourse. This is a town with the name that raises eyebrows everywhere. Intercourse, Pennsylvania. This Amish community of about 1,300 people in Lancaster County has learned to embrace its attention-grabbing name while maintaining its traditional values. Founded in 1754, the town was originally named Cross Keys after a local inn. Town historians offer several theories about how it got its current name in 1814. From the intersection of roads to the intercourse, which means fellowship and social interaction, of its community members. The town signs are now among the most stolen in America, requiring regular replacement. Hollywood came calling when director Peter Weir chose Intercourse and surrounding areas as the primary location for the 1985 Harrison Ford film Witness. Intercourse sits near other, unusually named communities including Bird in Hand, Blue Ball, and Paradise, making for some entertaining road trips through Lancaster County. Number 6. Roseto. Securing the number 6 spot is Roseto, a borough of about 1,500 people in Northampton County that became famous not for a landmark or historical event, but for a medical mystery that changed how we understand heart disease. In the 1960s, researchers were baffled when they discovered that residents of Roseto had heart attack rates roughly half those of neighboring towns, despite eating high-fat foods and following few heart-healthy practices. After extensive study, researchers concluded the town's unusually strong social bonds were the protective factor. Immigrants from Roseto Valfurtor, Italy had recreated their tight-knit community structure in Pennsylvania. With multiple generations living together, community-centered activities, and a culture where wealth wasn't flaunted. This discovery became known as the Roseto effect and opened new fields of study on how social connections impact physical health. The town became a textbook example in medical schools worldwide, teaching future doctors that health isn't just about diet and exercise, but also about community and belonging. Number 5. Indiana. As we enter the top 5, we arrive at Indiana, Pennsylvania, a borough of about 13,000 that proudly calls itself the Christmas tree capital of the world. The title is well-earned. The surrounding farms ship over 1 million Christmas trees annually across the country. But Indiana's most famous claim to fame is as the birthplace of actor Jimmy Stewart, one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. The Jimmy Stewart Museum downtown houses original props from It's a Wonderful Life, along with his personal memorabilia from a 60-year acting career. Each Christmas, the town transforms into a real-life Bedford Falls with a festival honoring the classic film. The local airport is named Jimmy Stewart Airport, and a 9-foot bronze statue of the actor stands prominently on the courthouse lawn. Stewart never forgot his hometown, frequently visiting throughout his life and maintaining that his Pennsylvania upbringing shaped his character both on and off screen. Number 4. Lititz. Just missing the top 3 at number 4 is Lititz, a charming borough of about 9,400 in Lancaster County that holds not one but 2 significant firsts in American confectionery history. In 1861, Julius Sturgis established America's first commercial pretzel bakery here, introducing the hard pretzel to the country. The original bakery still operates today as a museum where visitors can learn the traditional pretzel twisting technique, handed down through generations. If that weren't enough for sweet-toothed travelers, Lititz is also home to Wilbur Chocolate Company, creators of the Wilbur Bud. These signature chocolate drops actually predated Hershey's Kisses and, according to local lore, inspired their more famous design. The town's sugary heritage is celebrated each August during Lititz Chocolate Walk, when visitors can sample specialties from numerous downtown shops and bakeries. In 2013, Budget Travel named Lititz America's coolest small town, cementing its reputation as a must-visit Pennsylvania destination. Number 3. Hershey. Breaking into our top 3 at number 3 is Hershey, often called the sweetest place on earth. With a population of about 14,000, this town's identity is completely intertwined with its namesake chocolate company. Founded by Milton S. Hershey in 1903 as a model town for his chocolate factory workers, Hershey remains one of the most unique company towns in America. Its streetlights are whimsically designed to look like Hershey's Kisses, wrapped on one end of the street and unwrapped on the other. Perhaps most remarkably, the air in Hershey literally smells like chocolate when production is running at the factory, enveloping the entire town in its sweet aroma. Cocoa Avenue intersects with Chocolate Avenue in the center of town, and even the street names in residential areas follow the chocolate theme. Cocoa, Para, Granada, and Java, all regions where cocoa beans are grown. While Hershey Park attracts millions of visitors annually, it's these small, chocolate-infused details that make the town itself such a distinctive place to visit. Number 2. Centralia. Just missing the top spot at number 2 is Centralia, perhaps Pennsylvania's most haunting location. Once a thriving mining town of over 1,000 residents, today it's nearly a ghost town, with fewer than 5 permanent residents remaining. What happened? Centralia sits above an underground mine fire that has been burning continuously since 1962. The fire began when the town's landfill burn, intended to clean up before Memorial Day, ignited an exposed coal seam. Despite numerous attempts to extinguish it, the fire spread beneath the town through interconnected mine tunnels. By the 1980s, carbon monoxide alarms were regularly sounding in homes. Sinkholes were opening in backyards, and ground temperatures reached 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Most residents were relocated through government buyouts, and in 1992, Pennsylvania claimed all property through eminent domain. Today, steam and smoke still visibly rise from cracks in the abandoned streets, especially after rainfall. The surreal landscape inspired the setting for the horror franchise Silent Hill. With enough coal to fuel the fire for potentially hundreds more years, Centralia stands as a ghostly reminder of the unforeseen consequences of Pennsylvania's mining industry. Number 1. Punxsutawney. And for our number 1 spot on the countdown, we present Punxsutawney, the small borough of about 5,800 residents that hosts what is arguably Pennsylvania's most famous tradition. Every February 2nd, tens of thousands of visitors and media from around the world descend on this otherwise quiet town for Groundhog Day, when Punxsutawney Phil makes his annual weather prediction. According to local folklore, Phil is no ordinary groundhog. He's supposedly the same groundhog who has been making predictions since the tradition began in 1886, which would make him over 135 years old. His longevity is attributed to his consumption of the magical elixir of life, a secret formula that the Inner Circle, the group of top-hatted men who care for Phil, give him one sip of each summer, supposedly adding 7 years to his life each time. While the 1993 Bill Murray film Groundhog Day brought international fame to the tradition, it was actually filmed in Illinois. The real Punxsutawney celebrates its famous resident year-round, with dozens of decorative groundhog statues throughout town and the Punxsutawney Phil exhibit at the town library, where visitors can see Phil and his wife Phyllis in their climate-controlled home when they're not hibernating. Punxsutawney may seem like just another small town for 364 days of the year, but its whimsical tradition has secured its place in American folklore and earned it the top spot on our list of Pennsylvania's most fascinating small towns. And there you have it, Pennsylvania's 15 most fascinating small towns, each with stories that make them stand out from the ordinary. Do you think we missed something? Know of a small town story that's even more bizarre? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you want to see more.